What's up, YouTube? It's your boy To The Dome here, coming at you with another rant video. Today we're talking about the police. We're talking about the police in general, not just a certain area of police. Not all cops are bad. Let me go ahead and throw that out there. Me personally, I don't like dealing with the police because you never know. But not all cops are bad, okay? Some of them are alright. A good deal of them are corrupt, power hungry, abuse their power bastards. You know? But not all of them are bad. Alright? It's just, okay, so when you see a cop that does something good, that gets commended for doing something good, really good, alright, it could be the best thing ever. Like, this person found this child that's been missing for years, you know, and arrested the guy that was responsible for it. Like, they kidnapped the child. There's no loose ends, period. That shit would probably hit the news and blow up big for maybe a couple days, at the most a week, if throughout that time another cop doesn't get caught up doing some corrupt shit. Because when a cop does some corrupt shit, depending on the severity of what happened, it normally blows up on the news and blows up over social media anywhere from a week to a couple months. Again, that depends on what happened, you know. But not all cops are bad. I've run into a couple that aren't dicks, you know. I was working at a different Pizza Hut where I was the head cook. On my way home, I passed a police officer. He caught up to me and pulled me over. Not to give me a ticket or anything, but to simply inform me that my taillight was out. He even went to the point, now at that point he could have given me a ticket for having a taillight out, even though it was working when I went to work. But he could have given me a ticket for having a taillight out and then left. But no, instead of that, he instead of giving me a ticket, he was nice about it, informed me my tail light was out, and then it even went to the lengths of holding his flashlight there so I could put my spare bulbs that I keep in the glove box for the tail and headlights, so I could put it in, so I could change the bulb. And then after he made sure that I was safely back in my vehicle and was able to get back on the road, then he left the area and went back to where he was patrolling at. So yeah, you do have some cops that are good, but a good deal of them are complete cuntwads. And I say this out of fact because, for example, I have received a total of 8 speeding tickets in the past 3 months in Harris and Montgomery County. All 8 of them have been dismissed due to consideration of that it was an unlawful traffic stop, which means I was not speeding. So that's your point right there, and it's only ever happened in our truck. Which, for those of you who don't know who I am, alright, my YouTube name is To The Dome. You can my address is on my last fucking video, so it's all over YouTube now, so what's the point of hiding my name? My name is Darrell Lawrence, D-A-R-R-E-L-L, Lawrence. I was arrested and put in prison for a year because of the Magnolia West High School break-in. Alright? Now, during this high school break-in, and really, they don't have, there was never any concrete evidence that they had nothing to convict me on. They went on one thing. My wife had pawned a Kevlar vest that was stolen from the school deputy. So in order for them not to arrest her, the condition was that I signed for a year of prison, which I did. So that is really the only thing they had, because up until that point, the DA did not have enough evidence to convict me on. It was all circumstantial, which means it's not concrete, it's not solid. They can't really use it. But up until that point, I was basically just sitting in jail for no reason. And I'm not admitting to shit. And to this day, I don't admit to shit. And you can look at my fucking record. Alright? I have got now 3 felony charges on my record. And my past felony charge, I didn't bother pleading not guilty to, because I knew I'd done it. I knew they got me. And they can look at my record and see that I did not fucking drag that shit out at all. I just got my lawyer to give me the best deal he could, and I signed no contest, which is basically, okay, in a courtroom, they'll tell you that no contest and guilty are the same thing. Really, they're not, all right? When you plead guilty, you're admitting you did it. You're admitting you did it, and you're accepting consequence for it. When you plead no contest, you are not admitting guilt, but you are accepting the punishment for the crime. So if you plead no contest, it actually looks better on your record. Granted, it doesn't help unless you're planning on doing something about it afterwards. But if you plead no contest, then it's not the same as pleading guilty. Pleading guilty, like I said, is you're admitting that you committed the crime and you're accepting the consequences for it. Pleading no contest means you're not admitting to doing the crime, but you're accepting the consequences for it. Alright? That's what no contest means. Now, me personally, I plead no contest on anything that I know I'm found guilty on. Now, if I'm not doing it, if I didn't do it, I don't plead guilty. I don't plead no contest. All right. Talk about this is a couple things. First off, the situation about the fact that I've been pulled over several times and all of these tickets have gotten dismissed. And the reason being is because, again, I pled no contest to a crime that was involved in the theft of a deputy's Kevlar vest. And the cops in that area were power hungry. Well, they weren't power hungry, they were more just butthurt. And really, it wasn't even Magnolia PD that fucked with me. It was all the state troopers that were stationed in that area. Basically, if I'm driving my truck and I roll through Magnolia, if I pass a state trooper, my ass is getting pulled over. Period. End of story. I'm getting pulled over. Just because they know that truck, they know who is possibly driving it. They always have a reason to pull me over, but do not have a guaranteed ticket. Alright, I don't know about other states, but here in the state of Texas, your Cyclops light, which is the light, for those of you who don't know what the fuck a Cyclops light is, on a truck, you got your 2 tail lights, and that light that's above the cab in the back is called a Cyclops light. If that light is out, that is grounds for an officer to pull you over, but they cannot give you a ticket for it unless you have another light out, because by state law, you only have to have 2 functional back lights. Just like you only have to have 2 mirrors, rear view mirrors. So like your center mirror can be gone and you have your 2 side mirrors and you'll be alright. Or your side mirror could be gone and you have your top and left mirror and you're good. You know, shit like that. But it's the same situation with your tail lights. If you have 1 tail light out, but you have 2 other functional lights, according to state law, that you can't be given a ticket for it, but you can be pulled over for it. All right, and it's a wiring issue. It's not a bolt problem. It's a wiring issue in the truck. And I really don't have the fucking money to be blowing on on fixing that. I just don't fucking drive the truck around. We only drive the truck around in certain situations, and it's not very often. But if I go through Magnolia in that truck and I pass a state trooper, I'm getting pulled over every time. Doesn't matter if I'm going the speed limit, buckled up. First off, I never drive around unbuckled, okay? There's a lot of shit that I do that I break the law on. There's a lot of shit that I refuse to do, break the law on, like texting and driving. Driving without a seatbelt on. I don't like that shit. I've had friends that have been killed because of other people that were texting and driving and not paying attention. If I'm in the passenger seat with someone and the driver fucking starts diddling on their fucking phone, I will snatch that hoe out of their goddamn hand. I'm not even playing. But anyways, I got off topic here, as I fucking always do in these videos. I can never fucking stay to the topic. Cops are fucking power hungry, bro. Most of them are. And a lot of them abuse their power. And another situation that that made me want to make this video was me and a cop were sitting at a red light, and the cop literally got tired of sitting at the fucking red light, flipped his emergency lights on, ran through the red light, got on the other side of the red light, and flipped his emergency lights off. Now that's what I'm saying. Not all cops are corrupt and not all cops are crook, but I will put money on this that all cops have abused their power or will abuse their power at least one point throughout their career. And turning your emergency lights on to run a stop sign or want to run a red light just to do that is abusing your power. And it's actually illegal for you to do. But if other police were not worried about looking out for their own, but instead of doing what they're hired to do and what they swore an oath to do, protect and serve, that shouldn't matter. If I was a police officer and I saw a cop, and when I get my record expunged, I am planning on joining the police academy and becoming a police officer. I'm not lying. I'm going to go to the K-9 unit. That way my partner's a dog. I love dogs. Absolutely. Love them to death. But that way my partner will be a dog. I will not have to deal with a human being as a partner at all. But the point being is, as a police officer, when I become a police officer, if I catch another cop committing a crime, I will pull them over for it. I don't give a damn. Because I would hold up the law, alright? Because I've been on the wrong side of cops fucking me over. That's the difference between police officers and people like me that have been through that bullshit and are looking to do something good when I get the chance, okay? Most cops are power-hungry people who were picked on growing up, and now they're in a position of power and can't get enough of it. That's it. Period. End of story. This is To The Dome here. I'm probably going to come out with another fucking part 2 on this video as well. But this is To The Dome. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, hit that notification button when you want to see me come out with a new video. Peace.